I think what we need to do is step back from this narrowly partisan lens that the government has brought to this issue and talk about the critical global fight we're in and talk about the national interest. The national interest would be that we all work together to fight against foreign interference, that we take attempts to subvert our democracy very seriously, and that we work together to combat them regardless of who that target is. That if the member for Wellington Halton Hills is targeted by foreign interference, or if a member of the government is targeted by foreign interference, or a member of another party, that we would nonetheless all stand together and use all of the tools available to protect our country, so that whatever the outcome of Canadian elections, it is Canadian people who are deciding. Foreign governments, foreign ambassadors should not be stakeholders in Canadian domestic elections. Canadian domestic elections should be decided by Canadians.
Hear, hear.
And yet we know that this is a problem. We know that there is abiding concern in many cultural communities that the perspectives of ambassadors, of consul generals, of foreign governments have an effect on the outcome of elections here in Canada. And I think we need to work together to firmly slam the door on that. What concerns me most, this is a question of privilege about members of Parliament. And as the term suggests, we do have privileges as members of Parliament.
True.
And this is where I want to conclude. That when my email is attacked, we have an opportunity, as we should, for a debate in this House. And part of that is because I have privileges as a member of Parliament. But I think about other cases. I think about the case of Chimi Lamo, a Tibetan activist, who was a student leader who faced a barrage of horrific threats after she was elected to student government because she was a Tibetan leader who had spoken out about justice for Tibet. I think about other leaders. I think about a student group at McMaster, Muslims for Justice and Peace, that faced foreign interference threats because they wanted to have an event highlighting the violence that Uyghurs were facing. I think about the many people whose names we will never know, our fellow Canadians who are not able to speak out, whose voices are not heard, whose pain is not understood because of foreign interference threats that prevent them from speaking about political issues, from participating in the political process, because they worry about what will happen to their family members. I am far more concerned about the impact on members of diaspora communities. I think about Mr. Najjar and his family. I think about people from a variety of different communities who have faced violence, have faced threats as a result of intimidation and violence and foreign interference. So we need in this debate to stand up for the privileges of Parliament, for the integrity of our democratic system, and for the rights of every citizen in this country, regardless of where they were born, regardless of where their family lives. It has been 9 years, and I have been hearing concerns for the entire time I've been a member of Parliament, but escalating concerns. Indeed, this problem has been escalating. It has been getting worse. We've seen brazen foreign interference in this country from foreign actors who increasingly know that we know and don't care because don't think we'll actually take it seriously. But I hope that we will finally take this seriously. I hope that we'll be able to come together, and if not, that we'll have a new government that will take these threats seriously. Because in the context of this new global Cold War, the national interest, the building of a strong multicultural democracy requires us to ensure that democratic decisions in Canada are made by Canadians, that legislators and also everyday citizens are free from foreign interference.